good early afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. Slightly less humid, but terrible, terrible weather still. We had a big problem here the last few days. You remember when I took out the ramp for the generator and everything was mildew? Well, everything under the house here was mildew. Everything. Now, if you're familiar with mobile homes, you don't have a foundation. You're on blocks and you have skirting, okay? They do supply vent, but the vents are like every 10, 12 feet apart, such as they are. So I elected to make more vents. Now the reason is, I went underneath the house yesterday, crawling, and it was a filthy mess. I didn't make a video of it. Crawling on my belly because you got the beams, you know, the full length of the mobile home. So you've only got about like maybe 1.5 feet to crawl up underneath there. Then when you get past the beams, then you can almost sit up under there, but not quite. So there's what they call a belly pad, pad, I guess you'd call it. It's black tarpaulin, and the insulation is just laying on that. The entire tarpaulin was dripping like there was a water leak, and I thought I had a water leak. That would be our story. Internal water leak with the pipe. This particular mobile home has the gray stuff. This was made in 1992. We bought it in 93. It was a display model. But the piping they use in here is not what they call PEX. It's called something else. It's not the good piping. But that's what we've got. But as luck would have it, it is not leaking. Okay? What it is the condensation is so heavy. When they put this mobile home in, instead of making a mound like the instructions call for, and then putting plastic over that, it was graded up to here, and if you remove the skirting, which is very, very difficult to do, your ground goes down like this. And then it's leveled out, so it's level, but they put tarpaulin on it, or plastic rather, clear plastic, which I removed a good length of it. It killed me to get that out of there. I pulled it, cut it, tore it, and everything else, because it's holding the dampness in. The water is sitting on top of the plastic. And I'm getting rained on from the tarpaulin. There was a little hole in the belly pad, about 3/4 of an inch, could be from a mouse, I don't know. Mice get in there, you can't keep them out. I don't see any holes in the ground, but they get in there because I see insulation on the ground underneath there in certain areas. So I ripped that all out, and in the time that I had the skirting opened, about 4 feet of skirting I had taken out so I can get up underneath there on the other side. In the couple of hours that I had that out, all that drippage and dampness that was up there, from as far as I can reach from one end, probably about 20, 25 feet down, disappeared, except for one small section. As I said, there's a hole up in there, and I reached up with my finger, and I could feel the insulation bone dry, so there's no pipe leak. The insulation isn't heavy with water, it's just condensation literally dripping and pouring out of there almost, like you're getting rained on. But it cleared out after I let it vent out. Matter of fact, the park owner who was under there was nice enough to check it out for me, and he said, "Bill, I don't think it's a leak, it's condensation." So we run air conditioners in here. We have to. We have duct forced air ventilation, you know, from the from the heating system. Cold air drops. So what I think it is our air conditioning, cold air drops, and it probably goes through the floor vents into the heating duct, which runs the full length of the mobile home, and it probably condensates from that. But the insulation is dry, so I don't even think it's that. I think it's just the humidity is so bad this summer. Normally when I take this skirting off, except in the wintertime, it's wet on the inside of the skirting all the way through. So I'm making a vent out of this material here, which is $2 a piece. I think they use it in soffits. And I installed one right here. The problem is I got the vinyl adhesive, Phenol-Seal vinyl adhesive caulk. I was going to buy white silicone, but this is just about the same. It's adhesive. The problem is, after I cut these sections here, and I'll show you a close-up of that when I get on the other side, and I have to put it in with white masking tape in order to let the Phenol-Seal set up, I should say. So I had to go all the way around it because I couldn't push it in there. I'd be standing here holding it with my hands all day long until the Phenol-Seal set up. So I have no choice but to use the masking tape, and it may be very hard to get off. But you look at it, you don't really notice it too much. Okay, so what I got to do here is to get this ridge off like I did here. Each one of these sections gets cut, and I use a 3-inch hole saw from Harbor Freight, because Harbor Freight saws dull up on plywood. Can you imagine that? That's how good they are. Good? That's a 3-inch, 3.5-inch hole saw, and I cut the hole in the dead center. There's a ridge here. So each one of these has to be notched out to accommodate that ridge so it would flatten out to there. So we're going to cut this down.
Those are scissors, huh?
Those are heavy-duty shears. Legs are so skinny I can't hold nothing between them. Isn't that something?
You should be wearing gloves, but
I'm used to it. I should. What time I do wear gloves is with tin snips. I always wear gloves with tin snips. So I gotta cut this edging off here. Which is not.
What do you do with the edge?
Put it in the recycle. Oh man, that's hard.
Almost, though.
Now don't forget, I got arthritis in my thumb joint. It's not bothering me too bad today.
Arthritis at your age.
At my age, I'm lucky to be able to do anything at my age.
Yeah.
My body's falling apart. Just a bag of bones and not much good physically for anything. Blind, half blind, and can't see good. Of course, I don't think of putting my I got my reading glasses down there, but that's a good place for them. They should be on my face. Okay, we don't need this part. We'll throw that on the recycle later. So what I do now is I cut each section in the middle. Now this stuff has aluminum screen on the inside because it's made to go in the soffits of a house. Okay. Alright. So, and of course I got the one with the tag on it. I would have. That comes off easy anyways. Alright, so what we got is some screening here, like fly screening, you know, that you use in screen doors. I think it's plastic, but there's no problem. That's just to keep the ants out. We're not worried about ants. I'm sure, you know, they're going to get under there. But I'm leaving the screening in. And what I got to do now and we're going to take you over to the other side, and we'll get you a close-up. You're on WBGA, aren't you, Tom?
Yep.
Okay, because these videos are too damn long. But I want to show you, you got to ventilate the underside of these mobile homes. We're 75, well, I would say about 125 feet from the brook, 75 feet from the shed. So we're about 125 feet from the brook. But all these mobile homes, that's all they have for ventilation, and there's not enough of these in there. The thing is, I didn't want to do this because in the winter time, you don't want too much cold air going underneath there. But when I had my old mobile home, my 10 by 40 that I had when I moved here in 1983, the old mobile home we had with the wooden skirting, I had aluminum vents about that long and about 4 inches wide in the pressure treated plywood that goes all the way around it. I don't know if I have a video on that or not. So what I got to do here now, and I'm going to show you on the other side, is I got to cut out a V here and a V here so that when this goes in, it'll go flush up against it. I might have to leave the masking tape in. It almost matches the skirting, but you know what happens with masking tape after a while? It yellows, it looks like hell. But I'm going to leave it in, and if it starts peeling and everything else, then I'll pull it off. Let's go to the other side here. Give me a few minutes, I'll be over there. Alright, and we got to do, you see these ridges here? This makes it stronger with the skirting. This, you probably wonder what it is. This is just an electrical tape, arrow that I taped on here. That tells me where the tub and shower inspection cover, which I built, which is on 3/4 inch plywood with insulation on a hinge door with 1/4 inch hardware cloth to keep the mice from getting underneath the tub. So where I have to put the vent is going to be right here. This is only one of the vents. This is almost directly across from the other one, so we get a cross breeze. As time goes on, and I'm not going to show you doing them all, I'm going to put one down there. We're going to put one, probably 2 more here. Unfortunately, it's going to show on the outside. I could put it on the inside, but what I got to do, and I might even do that, on the other skirting, where I came from, the mobile home is down so low because this here is a higher part. This is where the ground, as I told you, comes down like this and then goes out like that and comes here. So that's just the way the grade is here. So I'm going to drill a hole with a 3.5 inch. Now, as tight as I make this thing loosened and fell right off the drill. Now, I never had any problem with that before.
Boy, it's hot out here.
I know it. I'm not even in the sun. It's terrible. I hate July and August. So I got to drill through here. And I got to try to start it. I got to drill in the center of this. So I'll be right back. Let me get my small drill. Damn Harbor Freight crap. Battery's probably dead in it. I'll be right back. I gotta keep this on charge all the time. I don't have a backup. Otherwise, I gotta, exchange and put this bit in that.
That's a Harbor Freight drill, huh?
The drills, Harbor Freight drills aren't bad. The batteries ain't worth crap. But they were good for quite a few years. Now, where was I? Okay,
I don't know.
Here, I think I was right here. I gotta try to drill a little hole. This thing's got no energy at all in it.
Want me to help you?
Nope.
No power in it.
That's pathetic. I'm gonna have to do it. I run the risk of hitting the outside and scuffing it, but I can't help it. Oh, man.
There's a hole in there.
Yeah, there's a hole in there. How about that, huh? I want that neat. If I can get that neat enough, I can put the thing on the inside. And then I won't have to notch this out. On the one on the other side, I don't know if you could see that, I put the patch on the outside because I couldn't remove the skirting because the skirting goes way up and way up into here. This ends up here. See, I can pull this out and cut it. I can't do that on the other one. It's the SOB to get the skirting out from that side, and I'm getting roasted up here.
Oh man, it's hot.
Oh, I hate this weather. I had to buy these today. They were $14. But I'm not going to Jewett City, so I'm spending my money on these things and eBay.
Not exactly cheap, but...
No, it isn't, but it's Weiss. Weiss is a good brand. I can get in here.
No Jewett City Sunday, huh?
No.
People have been asking about it. They like
well,
to see the videos.
Gonna go in the heat and humidity. What do they do? Die out there?
No.
Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, that should be around it. Yeah. All right. Now. All right, now, hang on. Now, on the back side of this, it's a gray. That won't look too bad. Because before, on the other side,
you can see
this would go like this. I know it, but this would go like this, and I'd have to get a close-up, get a little closer. I can show my people out there. I would have to groove. Not that close, you're not going to focus under 10 inches. Right there, you groove this, notch this, see, because you got this ridge here. Now I could have got bigger vents, or I could have used 2 of these and went the other way over here too and take this out. But each time you cut this, it weakens it. Because these, if you're familiar with skirting, you see these grooves, see these slots here? You got to line up these slots with the rest of the skirting that's out there. And then you got to push down on it and they got to go into the track. And here, you got, when you pull them out, you got to take your fingers like that and push them in so you can lift it out, because these are like little locks here. You people that live in a mobile home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, this is the screen side that's going to go in where you don't see it. I'm gonna glue this and put the masking tape on it. I don't care if the masking tape stays on. It's a slug. I don't care. It does not matter because
looks like glue.
It's vinyl glue. It's a silicone-based vinyl glue.
I had to work outside at the wood shop all day today.
Were you in the sun?
No, I was in the shade, but it was hot though.
I thought they were working under a canopy.
No.
That's what they told you. And of course, naturally, I dropped it and it got it all over, but that's me. That's me all over. I'm a klutz. All right, so try to avoid this tape getting down on itself because it's almost impossible to pick it up. I picked this up. I've got masking tape, but after a while, the stuff doesn't work too good and it sticks to itself on the roll.
Looks good on there though.
Yeah, well, you're not going to see this part, so this can stay that way. I just need to hold this in. And of course, it's not insect proof. I mean, obviously, we just want to keep we don't want no squirrels or anything like that in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this set like this. That'll help ventilate under the house. I have to crawl up underneath there. I have to go in about 4 feet. And I'm not going to do that. I just took a shower. Well, I took it last night. I was covered. You asked Tommy. I was covered from head to toe with dirt,
Yeah.
sweat. My arms were black from crawling underneath there. My hair was sticking up like this, but I did that anyways. I just make a little comedy. My wife got a kick out of it. I pushed all my hair up because I need a haircut, but I don't worry about that. Oh, I look like a sight for sore eyes. Oh, I don't want to dirty up my clothes here, or the pants. I did not ruin my clothes. I had my work clothes on yesterday. The ones I do my body work in. All right, so what we're going to do now, ladies and geraniums, we're going to let this set. Let me show you the other side of it. Okay?
Looks good.
So that looks a lot better. It looks almost professional. I can't do that on the other side because I can't get the sections out. You know, so when this sets up, it'll be fairly strong, and I'll just leave the tape on it. All right. Now on that side, I got more vents to put in. I won't do that on video here. I'll have to tape and mount them on the outside. All right, so let's leave this right here, and let's go down here and let's drill another hole for another vent. And we got to cut out another vent.
Follow me.
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Right here. Right there. Right there, ladies and geraniums. I'll put this over here for now. Now, what we have to do here, the first thing we do is this is where we're going. Now, this is where we're going. You got a double. This is the end of it. These panels from here to the next junction is 16 inches. Every one of them is the same. So this is the stronger section. You got 2 of these wide ridges here. This one you've got a piece that goes inside of here that slides down, and you've got this and this. So I've got a 6-inch, the biggest one in the Harbor Freight set is 6 inches. I didn't want that, and it's too big for these. These are only 5. I figured a 3.5 would be good. So this is where we're going to go, right here again. Now, before we do that, I got to get a ruler because I want to get a measurement, because I don't want one up here and one down here. You know what I mean? So we got to get a height measurement. We know where we're going to be on this. We're going to be right there on that ridge. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to have to stop. The sky is getting awful. It's not supposed to rain until this afternoon. But what you got to do is, if you can see how these go, they go into a groove here, and then you got to line it up with this one here and push it down. We don't want to get caught in case it starts raining. So, all right, so we'll put this back. All right, so now at least we got that vent in. All right, but I want to put at least one more there and one more here. Let's get these tools put away. All right. Okay, folks, we're going to end this because this sky is looking awful threatening here. I'm going to finish this either later today, if it clears up, or it's going to be done at another time, but not on camera. You kind of understand how all this works. So let me get this stuff under cover, especially the tools and stuff. I'll be right back out. All right, let's just put everything away here. we'll just finish the job. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little better day. Oh, gotta put this back together here. Can't leave it like that.
This will be a short video, hopefully.
Well, it just gives an idea of what I'm doing here. Gives everybody an idea. Let's see, that goes in there, that goes there, that goes there. That goes there, that goes there, this goes here. I have to mark this side up, otherwise, you know what happens. I bought Gorilla Tape too, because, racket, man, I'm telling you. I bought Gorilla Tape because what I call the belly pad, if I have to cut into it in the future, this is the only stuff that'll keep it together. So we're going to put this stuff all away, and I'll be right back out. Don't go away, folks. This Harbor Freight battery works okay if I leave it on charge all the time. This is always a tough job getting out. There it is. So I'm going to charge this again and just leave it on. All right, you can throw that in the recycle. Bring that in, bring that in. That. Okay. All right, folks, I'm going to just put my tools away. This goes in the recycle. Goes in the recycle. And that's it. I wish I could get some more in, but it's working out good, especially when I can put the screening material on the inside, and then all you see is a round hole. But over here, if you look, over here, I know I'm trying to end this video here. This is the low side. So this skirting is right up here. You skin your knuckles trying to get it out. The building settles. You know, when the mobile home dealer installed this in '93, it'll never settle, he said. Never settle. Yeah, right. Things have settled quite a bit, because I was always able to remove this skirting. Now it's sitting way up in here. I can get it out, but you run the risk of pulling this out of the groove. It sits in here in a groove. You know, that's a vent there.
There's a hole there.
That's where my generator is no longer. It's closed off. This here came from the mobile home factory when they came up and redone our roof when we first got it and set it up. And they gave me one of these. So I had my 220 outlet in there. There's nothing. It's all disconnected. Nothing's there anymore. A vent could go in there. That's a good possibility, a good idea to put a vent in there. Then I don't have to cut any more in the skirting. So we'll put one there. This is taped up with Gorilla Tape because I hit it with too close with the weed whacker and knocked a hole in it. We'll probably put one here and one down there. Two on the ends, two on the other ends. And that's it. All right. Well, folks, yeah, the bird feed is down. I'm getting sick and tired of these damn squirrels in it. Take them down, I put it up. I put it up, and 10 minutes later, damn squirrels are in it. I take it down again. I haven't done anything with it. I'm just so aggravated with that. I'm not going to go making any special things and buy slinkies and all that stuff. That pole is too short to do anything with, so that's a lost cause. All right, I'm going to bring everything in the shed. Thank you for watching. Tommy, you going to put this together?
Yep.
Putting vents in the skirting.
All right.
All right, we're not going to continue on this as far as videoing is concerned. If for some reason I get back onto it later today, most likely it'll be tomorrow. But whatever. You know how it's done. You know what I got to do. and it's repetitious, so there's no point in making it again. You know, more and more videos just showing you drilling a hole in the skirting and putting it on. Yeah.
That's
All right, folks.
thunder.
Thanks for watching.